Okay. Welcome to all the devotees in today's session of the Secrets of Bhagavad-Gita. Om Adhyanathipurandhata Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurube Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Supadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Papadebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Today we are going to discuss Bhagavad-Gita chapter 2, text number 33. Let us start. अथ चेत्त्वमिमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततस्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Translation. If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter. Purport. Arjun was a famous fighter, and he attained fame by fighting many great demigods, including even Lord Shiva. After fighting and defeating Lord Shiva in the dress of a hunter, Arjuna pleased the Lord and received as a reward a weapon called Pashupata Astra. Everyone knew that he was a great warrior. Even Dronacharya gave him benedictions and awarded him the special weapon by which he could kill even his teacher. So he was credited with so many military certificates from many authorities, including his adoptive father Indra, the heavenly king. Even if he abandoned the battle, not only would he neglect his specific duty as a Kshatriya, but he would lose all his fame and good name and thus prepare his royal road to hell. In other words, he would go to hell not by fighting but by withdrawing from battle. So, this particular argument from Lord Shri Krishna is meant for encouraging Arjuna to take up his duty even if he does not want to fight, because uh, infamy or defamy for a respectable person like Arjuna would be received as death or more than death. Sambhavitasya cha kirtir maranadati richyate. And that's why Lord Krishna particularly mentions here tatas swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papam avapsasi. So by not fighting uh, for the cause of dharma, first thing you would be giving up your own dharma, swadharmam, and by giving up dharma you will incur sin. That is one thing. Another is kirtim cha hitva. So by giving up your fame as a great warrior, uh, that is also uh, painful for you. So it is not exactly papam. So giving up kirti, giving up one's fame was not a sin, but that would be uh, painful for Arjuna more than a death, and that is why Arjuna has been advised here to consider this particular defaming aspect of his will of not fighting, because uh, as mentioned in the purport, Arjuna had many military certificates from uh, great authorities like Lord Shiva, Guru Dronacharya. Guru Dronacharya had given him Brahmashirastra, which was very special, and it could uh, destroy a whole universe. So that it was so powerful. And Lord Shiva had given him Pashupatastra, which was uh, Amogha or uh, irrevocable. So, having all these weapons, if Arjuna uh, desires to not fight, then that will bring defamy to his being a great Kshatriya or great warrior. And for Brahmana and Vaishya or Shudra, it may not matter much. But for Kshatriyas to receive defamy for uh, like acting like a coward will be considered defamy. Though Arjuna was not a coward and he did not want to uh, not fight because he was a coward, but uh, he did not want to kill his relatives. That was his uh, preference or choice. But still, that particular action of Arjuna would be seen as cowardliness, and that is why uh, uh, general mass of people would see is Arjuna's defeat. In other words, it will bring defamy to Arjuna's prowess. And why is this so important for a Kshatriya? Because Kshatriya uh, naturally they had to show their prowess on the battlefield, and uh, the sense of uh, power is very much dominant in Kshatriya. We see the example of Maharaj Dhruva when he was insulted by his stepmother Suruchi that to sit on the lap of his father he should uh, get birth from her womb. So by these words, Dhruv Maharaj got upset like anything, and he took up a vow that now he would perform great tapasya to the extent that he would uh, get much more bigger kingdom than his father. So that is the Kshatriya nature. A Kshatriya cannot tolerate insult. So there are three modes of nature: Satoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and there is a mixtures of all these three gunas. And Kshatriyas, they are predominantly uh, are supposed to be in mode of passion. And along with this passion, they have such a duty as fighting and ruling the huge kingdom. And also, with all these responsibilities and mode of passion comes this sense of uh, how to say it's kind of we can't say it's a ego. It's not exactly ego, but that is something inseparable part of their nature. A Kshatriya would not tolerate his insult. Of course, uh, if any Kshatriya is on the spiritual platform, then he would not mind all this uh, insult and all these things. But in a general society, uh, Kshatriyas are not supposed to tolerate any insult because they have been trained right from their beginning of life to withhold the name of their family, name of their vamsha, and they have to act accordingly. So they are, we can say that they have a social identity or a royal identity attached to their personality. So it is not that they are uh, just a person. They are actually representative of their whole royal dynasty. So having this uh, sense of representative of a royal dynasty, it is uh, naturally expected that Kshatriyas would try his best to protect uh, his fame because he is not just a person, because he is representing all his forefathers. So in that sense, uh, it is very difficult for a Kshatriya to do otherwise. So he cannot tolerate his insult, and he would try his best to not get insulted by anyways. And that is why this particular argument has been provided here for Arjuna's consideration. That Arjuna, please think twice, that if you do not perform your duty as a Kshatriya, then your great fame as a great warrior would be lost. General people would see it as your defeat. What would they say? They would simply think of you as a coward. That out of fear you left from the battlefield, because now we are on the battlefield here. Yeah, you even blew your conch shell, and now if you suddenly go back from the battlefield, then obviously people will laugh at you. Even your own people will laugh at you, and that would be like more than death for you. So why does Lord Shri Krishna give this particular argument to Arjuna? Because uh, Arjuna, though a pure devotee, he is acting like a kshatriya, and if he is acting like a kshatriya, that means he will not be able to tolerate his insult. And what will he do if he can't tolerate his insult? Then naturally he would try to protect his fame, and he would come again on the battlefield. So anyway, he won't be able to go against his nature. That is the point. So when there is no other option than fighting, then why Arjuna should consider all these things? He should just carry out his duty as a Kshatriya, though it is painful for him to kill his grandfather and his teacher. Definitely, it is very challenging. However, Arjuna is not able to see the other aspects of his decision. So sometimes we we also have our own thought process, and we tend to think rationally, and we may come to some conclusion or some decision. But sometimes it may happen that we are not able to see the other uh, unseen aspects of our decision or any conclusion. And that is why we need a guru, because a guru or a knowledgeable person can see or analyze all aspects of our decision. So Lord Shri Krishna is personally present here for the benefit of Arjuna, and he is presenting him this argument so that Arjuna should think twice before uh, concluding that now he should not fight, because it was not possible for him to tolerate insult. So he would prefer he would Arjuna would prefer to fight to protect his fame rather than die. So that was not possible for Arjuna anyway. So given this scenario, it was reasonable that Arjuna should give all these concerns regarding uh, the outcome of the war, and should carry out his duty as a Kshatriya, because that was the only thing which could be done or which should be done in that situation. There are no other ways left. Even though Arjuna might have thought that maybe by becoming a beggar, I could uh, I could be saved from such sin of killing my grandfather, my teacher. But by not following one's dharma, he is going to get sin anyway. So it is a very, it's a very very precarious condition actually. So uh, it is, we can say, is easier said than done situation. So we are not in this situation, so we may not feel that pain. However, it is extremely painful for a humble-hearted and kind-hearted Arjuna to face this situation, and it is a great lesson for us to see that uh, when we also come across such challenging situations in life, then we should simply take shelter of our guru or representatives of guru, so that they can help us come out of this situation. They can uh, dispel our doubts, and they can make our thought process very clear. So Arjuna, in this particular situation of illusion or delusion, is not able to conclude anything on his own. That's why he approached Lord Shri Krishna as a shishya. Now, Shishyasteham Shadhimam Tvam Prapanna. So he offered himself as a disciple to Lord Shri Krishna because his thought process was not clear as to what to do. And now, Lord Shri Krishna, accepting the role of a guru, gives him different reasons why he should fight, why there is no other options left. So that is the very important thing which we all can learn from this uh, particular scene of Mahabharata. And as Arjuna, uh, when found himself in a completely illusion condition, he immediately sought shelter of Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Guru. Similarly, we should not uh, be in that situation. Even if we happen to face this situation, uh, you should immediately take shelter of Guru. Otherwise, there is no hope for our deliverance. So that is a great lesson for us because material world is very complex. Our relationships are very complex. So we may also face such challenging conditions. And our duty is to simply follow Arjuna. Arjuna took shelter of Lord Shri Krishna. He offered himself as a disciple to Lord Shri Krishna. He accepted Lord Shri Krishna as Guru, and he followed his order. So here, Lord Shri Krishna, uh, in the capacity of a Guru, he is not simply ordering Arjuna to do something, but actually he is giving reasons. So these are the symptoms of a, Guru. So Guru is not just meant for giving orders. So Guru is one who dispels our doubts. Pariprasnena sevaya, because Arjun had some doubts and he had genuine doubts. So Lord Shri Krishna is clearing all his doubts that how what Arjuna was thinking uh, was wrong. So that should be the approach. Uh, that is something we should also keep in mind when we guide our juniors. So sometimes they may face some challenging questions and they may come to us hoping to get answers. And it may happen that sometimes we just dismiss such questions or simply just order them to do something. Okay, if they are kids, very or very young age, then it may work. But when they uh, grow up, or when their logical faculty starts functioning around the age of 12, 10 or 12, then as the natural teachers or natural uh, guides of our juniors. So we should always keep in mind that they are facing some challenges, and we have to exactly answer the challenges. We can't just skip their challenging questions. So that is the duty of guru that we also see. And you see how wonderfully Lord Shri Krishna is answering each and every doubt of Arjuna. And Arjuna also did not conceal anything. He revealed everything to Lord Shri Krishna that this is what he's thinking. And Lord Shri Krishna, he also didn't leave any doubt, or he did not hesitate to address Arjuna's concern. So he, and not only that, he even explained the whole situation, which even Arjuna could not think. So that is the role of a guru, and it's a very responsible role. So these are the wonderful lessons we can learn from this today's sloka. I would like to stop here. If there is any question, we can take, or else we can conclude here. Vidya Pro, any questions so far?
No, Guruji.
Okay, okay, we'll stop here. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण थैंक यू ऑल फॉर joining the class हरे